Hello, welcome to Man Free World. I'm Chris Lapadoulos with Anastasiopoulos, and today we're going to be talking about sex robots. I know I probably said a bad YouTube word in the first 10 minutes of the video, but whatever. This is what we're dealing with today, and I wanted to show a cartoon from about I guess 10 years ago now. That is very strangely premonition about what we're about to deal with. So I wanted to share that with you. Let's go ahead and fix this up. One sec. The first thing I want to say was like, yeah, 10 years ago. Here's my hair. There's 10 years ago. All right, here we go.
Ordinary human dating. It's enjoyable and it serves an important purpose. But when a human dates an artificial mate, there is no purpose, only enjoyment. And that leads to tragedy.
Neato, a Marilyn Monroe bot.
A Marilyn Monroe robot. Yeah. Okay. So the robot tech right now is still goofy. Like it's getting better. It's amazingly how much it's come, and it's just a matter of time because how much resources they're putting into this technology now, which I'm going to share an article about it. This is just a massive thing for reasons I will discuss.
Ooh, you're a real dreamboat.
Billy every teen.
Harmless fun? Let's see what happens next.
Billy, do you want to walk your dog?
No thanks, Mom. I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Billy, do you want to get a paper route and earn some extra cash?
No thanks, Dad. I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Billy, do you want to come over tonight? We can make out together.
Gee, Mavis, your house is across the street. That's an awfully long way to go for making out.
Did you notice what went wrong in that scene?
Yeah, did you know? Okay, so a lot of women don't seem to realize the men built the culture and all the technology and all the stuff. Like 99% of it. I mean, not completely, but pretty much all of it. And the reason why we do it is for women. Yeah, sorry. I hate to break it to you. It's not because we're just really into it. I mean, some of the nerds are, but most of the people that are like have to make major sacrifices to make this technology and these systems work. Yeah, we do it for the punyani. Yeah, I know it's really harsh to take and listen to hear that, but that's the reason. And if you take that away, especially if you take 80% of the men invisible and given a substitute good, as the economists talk about, which is these sex robots, which are getting better and better every day. Yeah, society's got problems. Well, let me pick that. Women have problems. Women are gonna have a hard time with this.
Ordinarily, Billy would work hard to make money with his paper route. Then he'd use the money to buy dinner for Mavis, thus earning a slim chance to perform the reproductive act. But in a world where
Yeah, that was the only. Don't get it all twisted up, girls. I know it's hard for you to see because you don't have to deal with this impulse, this thing that we men are dealing have to what drives culture, society, the species.
teens can date robots, why should he bother?
The indoctrination to make people think that this is not what's going on. Unbelievable.
Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's Planet a year later. Where are robots? Why should he bother? Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's Planet a year later. Where are all the football stars?
Where are all the footballers? Where are all the people?
And where are the biochemists?
Where are the people at?
They're trapped in the soft, vice-like grip of robot lips. All civilization was just an effort to impress the opposite sex.
Yeah, no shit. This cartoon is like breaking it down super hard. That all these feminists and all these people that are they got their heads gassed up by some authoritarian techno dictatorship that's coming. Yeah.
And sometimes the same sex. Now, let's skip forward 80 years into the future. Where's Billy?
Farewell.
So this is not all men. These are the simps. These are the simps, the discarded men that actually keep the whole thing running, keep the whole culture slapped together. Yeah, they're gonna be opting for this because honestly, the women in the dating pool that you have, that young men at the tiers on, wow. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep showcasing some of these things, and this is just does not bode well.
The next day, Billy's planet was destroyed by aliens.
Okay, that's the woo. That's the woo part I'm gonna bring up because it's amazing how much they let slip in these cartoons about the plans, what's actually involved. Yeah, so we're dealing with some extraterrestrial species who seem to either want to enslave us or get rid of us. Anyone that can cause a problem, get rid of them. Anyone and get down the minimum set. It seems like the minimum set or the controllable set or wherever they feel they can manage easy for the loose farming operations, which is you look into the Buddhist loose farming. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look that up. Yeah, this is downfall of society level stuff. So what I see happening is anyone that's productive at all will have to be avoiding women in the future because the laws are going to get so extreme that just interacting with them at all is going to become very dangerous and as men figure this stuff out and are figuring out in real time right now as we see the rates fall for men that want to have anything to do with women or interacting with them at all. So this will be a valid alternative for the simps that are discarded and just to get any appreciation, any kind of female type energy because these women are so gassed up and so like men, basically shitty men, shitty versions of men. For most for the majority, not all. Come on now, not all, but the majority. Come on, the majority of the society. Come on. So this is going to be a reality. And what I see happening is these tech tent cities where there'll be rings of like basically illegal immigrants that are doing shit work, and then the pods on the next ring, pod people who are doing because these AI are they're gonna be a level of AI that's gonna be good, but they're these simps who are plugging these machines are gonna want actual humans on the other side. So these women who are completely not able to bond and are not marriage material, will never be wife material, will be working as surrogate real girls for these AI robots. So I see that as being a major thing where women will be making money doing this, and the men that are still productive and involved somehow will be paying for this. So that's where it's headed.
Have you guessed the name of Billy's planet? It was Earth. Don't date robots!
Brought to you by Space Poop.
Ordinary human.
so, so that's really it. This is gonna be a bigger and bigger problem for if you're already seeing it with these neats, no education, no training, living at home. Over 50% of young people under 30 are still living with their parents now. So what do you? This is all getting wrapped up. So I wanted to share just this one. I just did a brief search, and this article came up here: "The Future of AI Robot Girlfriends: Exploring Companionship in the Age of Artificial Intelligence." And this is a major industry. I'm gonna leave links to both of these things in the show notes. And this is obviously written by an AI. Let me zoom in on it a little bit more. This is AI obviously written. You can see the format, the standard. You can kind of tell what it looks like now. So what's going on with the OnlyFans? Is they're recording all this live data and they're seeing what the interaction rates are and they're seeing the reactions to the simps, how much money's being made. This is all training in AI. This is all training the ultimate AI girlfriend that will be totally tuned for the type of person. That's what all this content is going for. Don't get it twisted. They are training these robots that the AI will be so engaging, but the simps will want the premium package, which is a human person doing all this stuff that completely doesn't. You'll never see the actual person. They'll should look like a ham beast, like typical modern women, like what they all look like. You go to just look around. That's what they look like, and men are just not interested in that. I'm sorry, not interested in the attitude. So the women that can do the best at faking the girlfriend experience will be paid well. And the ones that aren't so good at it, they're gonna have to do some shitty jobs and honestly live in these communal pod homes. And unless there's something that radically changes, which I doubt is going to happen, I think we have to experience the crash of this, how terrible it is, and how many people are checking out, and like the things aren't able to tax. And then also men that are clued into this shit leaving and going to other countries, other places, and they're rebuilding a society that's sane. I see that as a big thing. So I live here in Mexico, and they've already post collapsed that stuff. So nobody is expecting anything here. Nothing's coming. So they've already adjusted to this stuff. So there's talk about this civil war and all those things like that. Yeah, I think that may be a possibility in pockets for like a brief moment. But anyone that's got any sense will just leave. We'll just leave all this crap and go to another country that either hasn't had this started yet, and there's no panacea. There's no like silver bullet end of this. This is going to be a worldwide thing. But the extent of how much it can creep in is limited by the technological level of adoption. And here in Mexico, it's actually higher than you would think. They have internet everywhere. Everyone has a cell phone, so people are aware of this stuff. They are plugged into it. So, but they're still tied to the past because of the language and the culture. So it's slower here, but it's definitely going to be affected, but not as harshly because they don't have as far to fall as the United States. Super spoiled people. They just have had zero hardship, and they think that that's normal. It's like, no, this is all coming to an end. This is the end of it. And all these immigrants that are coming in, they think they're going to be like involved with the heyday. No, it's over. They're going to figure it out. Like a lot of them are figuring it out. It's like, it's over here. You can get a minimal basic lifestyle, but it's going to suck. And they say they came here for the stuff they saw. They came here for the stuff they saw on TV. They came here for the promise, the big future. And some of them will get that, but the majority of them will not. They escaped the same thing that they're building in the United States. Those people just escaped. There's 10 years down the line, 5, 10 years down the line. They're like, yeah, they're just killing people, taking our houses. They don't give a fuck. Well, what do you think is going to happen in the United States? It's the same system, it's the same mindset, same group of people. So yeah, the United States is rapidly going ahead. Mexico's like inching ahead. So they've already dealt with a lot of this crap that's about to happen. So there are other places on the planet that aren't going to deal with this. So get your passport. Fucking like, don't deal with this bullshit. This is bad. This is all bad. This is all super bad. And the simps are going to do it. It's going to be most of the society. So it'll be like a very two-tiered society where there's the ultra rich who run these things, another small tier of technicians that will guide the stuff, and then a mass of totally abjectly completely controlled basically slave race, slave trade, slave, who are what do they do? What are they living for? I don't. It's weird. Consumerism. I don't know. It's very odd. It's like missing the point completely about what life's about. But yeah, that will be the United States' future. Next 5, 10 years, this is what's going on. And get out while you can, I guess.